can be one of the few collectors lucky enough to add one of these mesmerizing West Point Mint Hoard 2019 W American Liberty gold coins to your numismatic collection. Here to tell you more about the 2019 W West Point Hoard American Gold Liberty is coin expert James Gerstel.
James is a coin collector and a numismatic expert that has a fervent passion for American coinage. With over 40 years in the field of numismatics, James has gained encyclopedic insight into all there is to know about coins, from Morgan dollars to American silver eagles.
You know, I just love the art of coin design. So it's one of the great things about coin collecting, that you get so much diversification in art, in designers and sculptors, and periods of history. And it's a numismatic walk down memory lane of the history of America.
The trust which people put in James has led to his designing of the 2015 Panda coin, which was issued to celebrate the 60th anniversary of the renowned Florida United Numismatics Show. James is also known for his discerning eye when it comes to selecting beautiful, rare coins. Over the course of his career, James has become an expert in all American dollars, particularly Morgans, Peace dollars, Ikes, and American silver eagles. With so much to offer, it's no wonder why James is a host on Rick's U.S. Coin Show.
Here to tell you more about the 2019 W West Point Hoard American Gold Liberty is coin expert James Gerstel.
This is a coin that was issued to honor the 225th anniversary of the United States Mint. It's a coin series that began in 2017. It is extremely rare coinage. It is also high relief. It is also pure gold. It is also the only time the United States of America has issued a $100 denomination for a gold coin. What I just told you is amazing, and it really illustrates the rarity, but this is Rare Collectibles TV, so we're going to go that little bit extra, because not only is this the 2019 West Point Struck $100 gold high relief in a perfect specimen 70 grade, but also a proof-like. And folks, this coin is also from the West Point Mint Hoard. Now, the West Point Mint Hoard is a government archive. It's where your government stashes away a limited amount of coins that they have struck for future generations. Well, because of everything that we've been through in the last 2 years, the market has demanded the release of these coins that the government actually intended to hide away for a long time. The market's demanded that they come out right now. Collectors are knocking on the door, and this is the coin that everybody wants. Now, are you ready to take a look? Does that not look like the finest proof cameo, ultra cameo coins you have ever seen? It does. And the reason for it is because these coins that we have are the very first ones that rolled off the coining press. The ones that have that amazing contrast. Now, I want to show you the label real quick because, folks, this is not a proof coin. This is a specimen 70. This is a mint state coin, and it also has been designated as a proof-like. And since 2019, ladies and gentlemen, both of the major grading services, PCGS, this one you see right here, and NGC, have only graded 642 of these coins. Now, the West Point Mint Hoard. It's amazing because there were only 12,600 coins in the hoard. Now, we managed to get some of these coins that grade absolutely in perfect condition, a specimen 70 proof-like designation. The mint at West Point and all the mints of the United States of America take a lot of time and a lot of pride in striking coins. And when you look at a coin like this that is designed to feature renditions of the most modern idea of liberty, and I want you to take a look, because this idea of liberty, this modern rendition, this tribute to liberty is classic, an instant classic. It harkens back to the very beginning of the portraits of liberty that we've seen on all United States coins. It has the rays shining from the headdress. It has the 13 stars. It has an amazing, amazing field that is so mirrored. and it is solid gold. And again, there has never been before this series a gold coin with a $100 denomination. Every United States coin issue, every series has a standout coin. For the double eagles, we'd all have to agree that it is the 1907 St. Gaudens high relief. Do you remember 1916? The Standing Liberty Quarter, a very famous issue, the Type 1, a standout issue? Or how about in 1995, when the Mint at West Point struck a 10th anniversary proof silver eagle? There were only 30,125 of those. And that coin today, in a perfect 70 grade, is a $30,000 coin. Because, ladies and gentlemen, when this coin was announced, the mintage was capped at a mere 50,000 coins. And that is a very, very low mintage. Ladies and gentlemen, I can mention you so many coins that have many, many times that mintage that are world famous. This is what ended up happening. The mintage is 24,610 coins. Take a look at that right there. 24,610. So this is a series that began in 2017, and to date, it is the lowest mintage of every single year that was issued since 2017. And I want you to take a look at the population as a percentage of the mintage that will grade a specimen 70 in proof-like designation, a proof-like finish. 2.6%. So again, these coins are struck for the collector. They are struck by hand, each and every one, under extreme tonnage, under extreme pressure, with a mint master that is just designated for this one issue, from the finest coining blanks selected that are produced at the mint. And even in spite of all of that great tradition, all of that technique in striking, and all of that artistry, only 2.6% of these coins will garner the grade that this coin has. Extremely special. I got to tell you, in a specimen 70 without the proof-like designation, these coins are flat out rare and hard to get. When you add in the proof-like designation, now, for those of you who do not know what a proof-like is, allow me to take the opportunity to explain. You know, in the days when the Mint first started striking coins, the first, 10 or 20 coins or so, or maybe even less than that, and I'm talking about from 1793 on, from the very first days of the U.S. Mint, the first coins, well, they would come off the coining presses, and everybody would notice that they had a certain look to them that was just amazing. The background of the coin, known as the field, would jump out as a mirror. You could see your own reflection. And the designs of the coin, the raised images, would all be frosty, all be satiny. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a true rarity. Every single one certified by PCGS. Every single one an SP70, a specimen 70. Every single one a proof-like designation. That means these coins are some of the earliest ones to come off those particular dies that they were struck on. You'll notice it right away, that amazing bounce that's different than all the rest. Thus, they are called a proof-like. Now, after a few more of these coins are struck and the die begins to settle down a little bit and even wear a little bit, you won't get a designation as a proof-like. You may get a designation as a perfect coin. And let me show you some that have. In fact, somebody pulled this article for me, and it's from Coin World, and it's a market analysis. And it says here, buyers demand perfect 2019 West Point struck American Liberty $100 gold coins. And by the way, did I happen to mention that every one of these coins are a high relief? So there again, you get the proof-like, you get the only $100 gold denomination, you get an amazing design, the modern rendition of Liberty, and you get a high relief. There isn't anything that this coin does not have. And on top of everything, it's an enhanced finish. Here is a coin of which it is the same variety, it is the same grade, and I want you to notice right off the bat, it is not a proof-like designation, and I also want you to notice that it is nearly $5,000, $4,800. And it's a great coin. It's a specimen 70, a perfect grade, not a proof-like. And I want to show you another one right there, over $4,800. Now, I want to show you a PCGS version. We just so happen to have all of our coins as PCGS right now. And here is one. It's not a proof like. So it's a 70 grade. It's PCGS graded, high relief, $100 gold, beautiful looking coin, $5,075. 24,610 of these were struck by the mint. Of the 24,610, 12,600 were put away for future generations in the West Point vaults. They just made their way out. We have them here at Rare Collectibles. They are part of the 24,610 mintage, but there were only 12,600 that were put away in West Point. The 50,000 initial mintage was reduced. The cap no longer exists. It's gone. They are gone, sold out. The mintage figures are finalized, and they're making numismatic history. This is the coin that everybody wants. The $20 gold St. Gaudens in high relief. An amazing coin everybody wants. This is a coin right now that you can buy in a grade that you would never get a $20 gold Saint from 1907. There's no such thing as a perfect grade in classic American coinage. Look at the images of these coins. Now, I want to show you another coin right here. This one is graded by NGC. Part of the population that I showed you, hardly any coins graded between PCGS and NGC. And that coin right there, ladies and gentlemen, $6,995. Now, let's explore that a little bit. Let's read that label pretty clearly, because it looks to me like it's an SP70, same thing with us, but it is not a proof-like. So we're up from that. And it's a high relief, as are ours, and all of them are. Now, this is a great coin, and I love to own one in a perfect grade. But imagine being able to do that not for $7,000, but for less than $4,000, and have it be a proof-like. Have it be one of only 642 coins that have been graded by either of the grading services. $3,995. Ooh, and by the way, you can split it into 2 equal payments as well. Here's no surprise whatsoever. This coin, in many places that you're going to try to find it, is sold out. And when you see sold out coins by some major sellers out there who are all over the place, they don't have coins. You want to know why? Well, because we got there first. That's the bottom line. And there, ladies and gentlemen, illustrates the demand for this coin. When this coin series began in 2017, it was the first series to feature a denomination of $100 that had never been done before in a gold coin. It also features the most unbelievable designs. And this is a coin that grades a perfect specimen 70. It's a mint state coin that looks like a proof. And the reason for it is it's a proof-like, and it's some of the earliest coins, some of the very first ones struck. And the mint decided they would take some of what they were striking anyways and move them right over into the vault. So you know that these were the earliest ones. These are the ones that were archived. These were the finest examples. These are the ones that were meant to come out 10 or 20 years from now, when we could celebrate these great, great coins all over again. But we have them now. And let me just say one more time, folks, these are in demand. And the government listened. And the government released this hoard. I mean, after all, there are coins, right? We the people. We got the finest examples in proof-like at one of the greatest prices. So you can split the payment into 2 equal payments of $1,997.50. I want to point out again, every coin series has a standout issue. Think of the Double Eagles, the $20. Great series, minted from 1850 to 1933. The standout issue from that entire series of Double Eagles has got to be the 1907 High Relief St. Gaudens. Well, here you're looking at a 2019 High Relief $100 Gold Liberty. And the design of Liberty is breathtaking. This is an instant classic. And when you look at how it is rendered, one of the reasons why it is so eye-appealing is the repeated strikes of the coining press to make this a high relief. If you could feel the surface of this coin, you could literally feel the cheek of liberty. You could literally feel the hair flowing behind liberty. You could feel the rays rising from the headdress. You could feel the date. That's what a high relief is all about. And on its reverse, a rendition of an American bald eagle in an example. The way this coin has been designed, the way it has been modeled, the way it was sculpted, the die work, the striking, the purity of the gold, the denomination. Ladies and gentlemen, it's no wonder that everybody wants this coin today. So I want to go over the striking process. Ordinary coins that are meant for circulation go through a high-speed coining press, and they are struck one time, and their purpose is to be released into circulation to be used in commerce. When you're commemorating 225 plus years of liberty, you are going to take the time to shut down the whole coining room to make sure it is a completely dust-free environment, to select only the highest quality planchets. You know what a planchet is? It's the blank before the design is rendered onto the coin obverse and reverse. The mint makes their own blanks. They start out with a big sheet of solid gold, and they die strike these round discs, and they're as perfect as you could possibly imagine. And they test the weight to make sure they're spot on, because this is 0.9999 pure gold. And once they have selected the highest examples of the coining blanks, they are then inserted into the coining press. And the dies that are selected to do the striking are the highest examples of coining dies that exist in the world. And then on top of that, they are the highest examples of the pre-minter's art, because they have yet to be minted. So everything comes together. The extreme tonnage of the press, which is increased because these are high reliefs. So not only would they be struck one time, two times, but even 3 and 4 times to bring out all the relief. That's why you look at Liberty and you look at the eagle looks like it's flying right off the coin, and Liberty has so much depth and so much detail that it truly is stunning. It's really the only way I could really describe this efficiently, because the first thing you see when you look at this coin is the stunning reflection of the gold. Each and every one of these coins are hand struck. Each and every one of these coins are handmade. And still, only 2.6% will grade in a perfect specimen 70 and a PL designation. Every single one of the prices out there that I've showed you are for coins that are not proof-like. The highest grade you can attain, specimen 70, a designation of proof-like, one of only 642 coins that have ever been designated as a proof-like and graded a specimen 70. And at $3,995. I really think this coin is worthy of the moniker of being the coin to celebrate the 225th anniversary of the United States Mint. That's when the series began in 2017. Now, take a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. In 2017, the U.S. Mint issued 33,791 of these coins. In 2019, the coin we're speaking of right now, the mintage was a mere 24,610. And I'd like to remind you again, one of the most famous coins that we love to collect is a Silver Eagle from 1995, and it honored the 10th anniversary of the American Eagle program, the American Eagle series. Well, that coin has become legendary. That coin has become so sought after in a perfect 70 grade that people are willing to spend upwards of $30,000 for that coin. I give you this coin to consider. A mere 24,610 have been certified. It is designated a specimen 70, a perfect grade 70. It is high relief. It's pure gold. It's $100 denomination, the only $100 gold denomination ever issued by the U.S. Mint is this series right here. And I have to say, everybody collects the American Silver Eagle, and I love that coin. In proof in gold, everybody wants them. The mintages are small. Folks, you would be hard-pressed to beat this coin with an American Eagle in terms of low mintage in terms of rarity, in terms of designation of the exclusive proof-like finish. This is a coin that was just released by the government from its own hoard. It reminds me of the General Services Administration, the GSA hoard, which was released in 1970 over a 10-year period to the great citizens of this country. It kind of reminds me of that, because there was an instance when the government was holding these coins and they came upon them, literally locked away in a vault, and decided, the GSAs is what I'm talking about, to release them to the public. Well, you fast forward to 2019, and the public was literally saying, where are all the great coins? We are waiting for coins to be issued. The mint is slowed down to a crawl. And every single issue that the mint put out over the last couple of years, whether it be gold, silver, platinum, palladium, was scooped up in a second. If you want the most precious of precious metals, that's gold. And the reason why I call it the most precious, it's what everybody wants. It's the original form of money. It's money today, it'll be money tomorrow. It is a $100 gold denomination. And take a look at right there, that image on the screen, the obverse and the reverse. Truly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the design of this coin for just a couple of minutes. First of all, the obverse, created by Richard Masters and sculpted by the man at the mint these days, the man who replaced John Mercanti, Joseph Mena. This is the obverse, and it features a young Liberty donning a headdress from which 13 rays of light emanate, obviously for the 13 original colonies. And they are meant to represent the freedom and the creativity of the American people. And of course, the original colonies are represented by the 13 stars, as that's always the case. The reverse, designed by Donna Weaver, sculpted by Michael Gaudiosa. Of course, he's famous for so much work. And, you know, the eagle's depicted as it's preparing to land. And I have to say, the sculpting, the modeling, the feathering of the eagle, I mean, you are talking about one of the greatest examples of American eagle I have ever seen. It is so realistic. It actually looks like a photograph in gold. But that is hand sculpted, ladies and gentlemen, struck in, that's the high relief effect right there. $3,995. They're all PCGS graded. The populations are small and the mintage is really, really small. This is rare coin territory at its finest. And this is a unique series, a unique coin, and the highest grade you can attain with the designation of proof-like. It's got it all, ladies and gentlemen. And don't forget, less than $4,000, $3,995. You can split that into 2 equal payments of $1,997.50, and you will get an example. West Point wanted to hold these forever. They weren't able to. I know you're gonna. I know you're gonna want to, and I know you will.
Attention collectors. An exclusive new hoard of 2019 American Liberty High Relief Gold coins was recently discovered at the West Point Mint. And now is your opportunity to add these rare, pure gold coins to your collection. This prestigious hoard, known as the West Point Hoard, is comprised of mesmerizing 2019 W American Gold Liberty coins. Generally, when a hoard is found by the United States Mint, the coins are melted down immediately. But due to immense demand for gold, these 2019 W American Gold Liberty coins are being released to the public. Coins are graded using the Sheldon scale from 1 to 70. A heavily circulated coin might rate a 4 for good or a 12 for fine. The better quality the coin, the higher the grade. An AU, about uncirculated coin, would rate between 50 and 60. The 2019 W West Point Hoard American Gold Liberty coins that we're offering today come in specimen 70 proof-like condition. That is the highest grade a coin can receive. These coins are not classified as either mint state or proof, and that is because they are one of the few coins produced that showcase a unique, enhanced, uncirculated finish. This finish combines beautiful laser frosted areas and an unpolished field, which creates a distinct contrast different than the coins you are used to seeing. Much like a proof coin though, these enhanced uncirculated finish coins are struck 2 or 3 times to ensure a beautiful full strike. These coins are then individually handled and packaged immediately, so they will retain all of their beauty and quality. A proof-like designation means that the coin has the darkest possible fields and the brightest frosty white devices. These are the coins that were first struck off the new dies and are highly sought after. And listen to this, with only a limited 12,600 stunning 2019 W American Gold Liberty coins found in this hoard, acquiring one of these coins in any condition is simply difficult to do. That's what numismatists call absolute rarity. A coin is considered to have absolute rarity when its mintage is so low that finding the coin in any condition is a tremendous accomplishment. And now today, you can add this exclusive 2019 W West Point Hoard American Gold Liberty coin in perfect specimen 70 proof-like condition for the low price of only $3,995. And don't forget, you can use our convenient 2-payment plan. Simply put half down now of $1,997.50 and then pay the balance in 30 days. It's just that easy. And you can order with complete numismatic confidence, as Rare Collectibles TV offers you a complete, full 30-day money-back guarantee, no questions asked. At a price like this, these coins won't last long. Call now.
The preceding was a paid presentation furnished by Rare Collectibles TV, LLC. What's your favorite coin?
Morgan Silver Dollars, Buffalo Nickels, American Silver Eagles, Lincoln Wheaties,
Walking Liberty half dollars,
Standing Liberty Quarters, Franklin half dollars.
my personal favorite, Ancients,
Kennedy half dollars,
Cameo proof coins,
Pandas, Steel Cent, Liberty Head and St. Gaudens Double Eagles, Eisenhower dollars.
Some say diamonds are a girl's best friend, but I say it's a gold St. Gaudens.
Peace dollars, coins from the screw press era. Can't bust halves.
Can't choose? You don't have to. Rick, James, and Jack have all your favorite coins.
And at great collector-friendly prices.
For the best in coin collecting, watch Rick's U.S. Coin Show. The following is a paid presentation brought to you by Rare Collectibles TV.
The California Gold Rush is considered to be one of the most impactful events to affect America's young economy during its first 100 years. And it has certainly had a long-lasting impression in numismatic history as well. The people of California soon needed a way to standardize the value of the new gold, so they set up assayers' offices. The assayers' offices declared the value of the gold, melted the gold into bars, and shipped the bars across the country to the Philadelphia Mint to make gold coins. At the time, the largest U.S. coin was the $10 Liberty Head Gold Eagle. This surge of new gold circulating throughout the economy sparked the idea of a new, larger gold coin. The new Liberty Head coin was designed by the fourth chief engraver of the U.S. Mint, James Barton Longacre. It was called the Coronet Head $20 coin. But since this new coin was twice the value of the $10 Eagle, it was soon nicknamed the Double Eagle. The Double Eagle was first struck in 1849 as a proof coin. Only one of these coins is known to exist, and today resides in the Smithsonian. The Liberty Head Double Eagle, composed of 90% gold and 10% copper, was an instant commercial success that was heavily used by merchants and banks. The obverse of this $20 gold coin portrays a beautiful rendition of Lady Liberty, adorned by a coronet inscribed with the word Liberty. The reverse of this coin depicts a victorious heraldic eagle. The Liberty Head double eagle was struck from 1850 to 1907 until it was replaced by the St. Gaudens double eagle. But a large majority of these gold coins were confiscated and melted down in 1933 as a result of President Roosevelt's Executive Order 6102. However, a few enterprising individuals decided to hide some of these gold coins in Europe, and they have stayed hidden for 85 years until now. Here to tell you more about the European bank hoard and the Liberty Head double eagle is numismatic expert Rick Tomaska. Rick is a coin collector with an extraordinary passion for numismatics. Rick Tomaska has written 6 books on rare coins. His first book helped to establish the cameo and deep cameo standards used by PCGS today, as well as the ultra cameo standard currently used by NGC. After the success of his first book, dealers began calling him the Cameo King. His second book was the catalyst for establishing the full bell line standard for Mint State Franklin half dollars. He was also awarded a Numismatic Literary Guild Award for his fourth book on Franklin and Kennedy half dollars, citing extraordinary merit. Many of Rick's clients own some of the finest proof and Mint State coin collections in the United States. Rick Tomaska is also one of the best coin buyers in the country. This translates into huge savings for his clients. Here to tell you more about the European bank hoard and the Liberty Head double eagle is numismatic expert Rick Tomaska.
I have got an incredibly exciting gold opportunity for you today. That's the good news. The bad news is I have real limited quantities of this coin. They're in mint state condition, folks, and they're Smithsonian quality. Now, the Smithsonian has the finest collection of United States coins in the world. In fact, they own what is considered the single most valuable coin in all of U.S. numismatics. It's the first double eagle ever struck. This is the only surviving example. It's in the Smithsonian. It's 1849. This is the first time they ever struck a double eagle. Up to that point, the largest gold coin was a $10 gold piece that they called the Eagle. The Eagle was just about a half an ounce of gold. It was then that they discovered gold in California in 1848. So now our country had this abundance of gold, and they were able to strike an even larger gold coin, which was of incredible help to the banking system because it allowed the banks to make those larger transactions that much easier if they had double eagles to work with instead of eagles. So the Mint began striking the double eagle, and they had a couple of these that they struck in 1849. It was called the double eagle because it was twice the size of the eagle with about an ounce of gold. They're large, heavy coins. A double eagle, folks, I have a couple right here. Well, they're a little bit smaller in diameter than a Morgan dollar. A Morgan dollar is a very large silver coin. They're a little bit smaller in diameter than a Morgan dollar. They're about 25 to 30% heavier than a Morgan dollar. Because again, this is about a full ounce, close to a full ounce of gold in a double eagle. The examples I have today, folks, are from the 19th century, and I have them in MS62. We have a limited quantity of these. I've got, I think, 15 on display right now. Coins are graded on a 70-point grading system. It's called the Sheldon grading system. From a low of 1, which is a heavily worn coin where you can barely read the date, to a high of 70, which represents perfection. There are no gold double eagles in MS70 or MS69 or even MS68. MS60 is the lowest mint state grade. It represents a coin that has never been in circulation. Anything below an MS60 is a coin that's been in circulation. MS60 is a coin that's never been in circulation, but it has an abundance of bag marks and abrasions because of the process of minting the coins. These coins were struck for commerce, folks. You have to understand that they were struck, ejected from the coin press into a bin where they abraded with other coins. Again, these are really heavy coins. Gold is a very soft metal. And from there, they would go through coin counting machines. They would be dumped into bags and then shipped to banks throughout the country. During that process, they're abrading them with one another. Even though it was never in circulation, you could see a lot of abrasions over the surface of the coin. Now, that is a superior grade, though, for a Liberty Double Eagle, because typically, again, because of the weight of these coins, they're usually gouged and dinged to a degree where they're not even gradable. Here, for example, is a 1903 that I have in my hand. And we're going to rotate it around, and you could see, look at the deep gouge in Liberty's jaw there. If you set this to a grading service, they call it damaged. Let's take a look at a couple examples that we have here, folks. You'll notice a noticeable difference. MS-62 is an exceptional grade. Again, the example in the Smithsonian is MS-62. So the 62s you see here are Smithsonian quality. This is a rare date. You look at this coin, folks. This is an incredible quality for an 1899 Liberty Double Eagle. I mean, only the lightest abrasions on the surface of this coin. And the reverse is, I mean, really fully gem. It's spectacular. And again, when you compare it to an MS-60, you can see the difference. This is a mint-state coin, but it's what you'd typically expect to find in a gradable Liberty Double Eagle. To give you an idea of how rare these coins are, I made a little chart of some of the Double Eagles that we've offered over the last 6-7 years. And I have them ranked from some of the most common issues to some of the rarest issues that we've been able to offer. In the St. Gaudens series, the most common issue is the 1924P. They've certified around 300,000 examples at PCGS. These are PCGS population totals, of which almost 50,000 are MS-65 gem quality. And you go down the chart there. And then you get to the Liberty series. Now, there is one date that is the most common in the series, the 1904P. And then you have the second most common date, the 1900P. It's almost 4 times rare. But then look at the 1899Ps. Only 19,000 coins. This is a key date, folks. It is so exciting. These coins that you're looking at, they really should not exist. Let me repeat that. These 1899Ps in MS-62 really should not exist. The story really begins with the Great Depression. Great Depression was economic disaster for this country. We had unemployment around 25-30%, and this was going on for years. So the Great Depression started in the late 20s, and it continued on for years, folks. In 1933, it was estimated that there were approximately 4,000 bank failures. Think about that, 4,000 bank failures in 1933 alone. This is in 1933. So imagine all these citizens with their life savings in the bank, their nest egg that they had accumulated over 20, 30 years. That was going to be for their retirement. And they go to the bank the next day, and the bank's closed, shuttered closed. They had failed. You were wiped out. And this was hitting millions of Americans. Well, there was panic among all the citizenry because for all those citizens who had money in banks that had not failed, they had to wonder if their bank was going to be next. So what they began to do is to pull their money out of the banks, because who knows what this paper money could be worth, you know, in in a year or 2 or 5 years. Again, this is 1933 during the Great Depression. With that paper money, they began to buy gold coins. Gold coins, folks, because that's the one thing they knew throughout human history, cultures around the world, going back to Egyptian times. Gold has always had value. Gold has always had value, going back thousands of years. And so they were pulling their money and buying gold coins. Now, this created additional stress on our banking system. So in early 1933, Franklin Roosevelt, then president, newly elected, passed Executive Order 6102. He had to stop this process of people pulling their money out of the banks and buying the gold coins. Executive Order 6102 made it illegal to own over $100 worth of gold coin, gold bullion, or gold certificates. Now, gold back then was around $20 an ounce, so $100 worth of gold meant you could only own a maximum of 5 gold double eagles at $20 each. That was it. If you had over $100 worth of gold double eagles, you had to turn them in to the Treasury. And folks, they enforced it. If you did not turn your gold in and you were caught with over $100 worth of gold, you faced up to 10 years imprisonment, a $10,000 fine, or both. And so citizens began, well, they had to, they were stuck between a rock and a hard place. They began turning their gold into the Treasury in exchange for paper money, and fully 39% of all the gold double eagles ever struck were then melted down by the Treasury back into bullion, forever gone. That's over 50 million coins. Now, here's where these 1899 double eagles come in. There were a lot of citizens who had the means who said to themselves, okay, I'm kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. It's illegal to own $100 worth of gold, but if I leave my money in the bank, that bank could fail tomorrow and I'm wiped out. So before that deadline, where that executive order was enforced, 6102, they began buying coins and they had them shipped to banks in Europe. Because while it may have been illegal to own over $100 worth of gold in this country, there's nothing that said you couldn't own over $100 worth of gold in another country. So a lot of citizens and institutions as well in the United States began shipping gold as payment and for safe storage to banks in Europe. They've been sitting in those banks in Europe since the 1930s. Now, most of the gold double eagles shipped to those banks were of the more recent vintage. For example, you saw the 1924 Ps. PCGS has graded over 300,000 examples. Most of those came out of the Great European Bank Hoard. Those 1904 P Liberties, most of those came out of the Great European Bank Hoard. But you saw very few bags of earlier dates, like the 1899 P. Understandably, as you go back in time, there are fewer of those coins around that were still uncirculated. There were very few bags, folks, of the 1899 P. I found some 1904 Ps, which is the most common date. It's hard to find records for 1899 Ps. Just to give you a reference point, folks. Again, this is the most common date, and here's one that's asking prices over $4,500 for an MS-62. The 1899 Ps that we have are over 10 times rarer in this condition than the 1904 P. Here's another 1904 P, $4,200 for an MS-62. When we have the good fortune to come upon a really exceptional deal at a great price, we pass our good fortune on to you. We got these 1899 Ps. Well, here we have gold. Again, it's been bouncing around $1,900 an ounce. We have these at such a great price for you folks. This is historic. These 1899 Ps that you're looking at, again, we have a limited quantity. Call in now. This is a small window of opportunity. One thing I have to really impress upon you, these are not bullion coins. These are rare numismatic coins. There was an article that came out, and I'm going to quote you a sentence from that article because it's what I've been telling our clients here, you folks, our viewers here, for the last several years. Here's the quote. This is really important. There has not been a time in recent memory when pre-1933 gold coins were obtainable for so little over spot. An 1899p is a much rarer coin. This is a small window of opportunity to get a rare date like this. Call in now. We have a limited quantity of these 1899p's. Call in now, folks. This is a coin that I could price at $49.95 in MS62, and you'd be getting a very, very good deal. You know, you'd be getting a coin that's, again, with gold at close to $2,000 an ounce. $39.95 for an MS62 would be an exceptional price. But it's not based on our cost. Call in now. I'm able to offer these MS62s that you see here today. I have a limited quantity of these coins in MS62 condition, Smithsonian quality. That's the grade of the example in the Smithsonian. $2,995 a coin. $29.95 a coin. Call in now if you put half down today. $1,497.50. We will put one of these aside for you. Put your name on it, put it in our vault. And that, again, is so important because when we get these opportunities, especially when it's a rare date like this, once we sell out, they're gone. You know, we can't replace them at that price. So you put half down today, we will reserve one of these coins for you, pay the balance in 30 days. $2,995 a coin. Half down today, $1,497.50, and we will reserve an 1899p Smithsonian quality MS62 condition. I mean, look at this quality, folks. This is a coin, again, they were struck for commerce. These heavy gold double eagles, the largest denomination ever struck in gold by the U.S. Mint, with about an ounce of gold. To survive in this so close to mark-free condition, MS62 is a miracle. And we're able to offer them for half down today of only $1,497.50. We've got a lot of people calling in here. The lines are lighting up. This is amazing quality for an 1899p. Again, there are only 65 examples graded at MS65. You know, this is an extraordinary grade for an 1899p. Extraordinary. Look at this coin. I mean, it looks like it could have been struck yesterday. Again, remember, they're struck for commerce, ejected from the press, where they'd fall into a bin. One coin would fall on top of another. They would have deep gouges. To survive in this MS62 is a miracle. If you put half down today of only $1,497.50, we will put one of these aside for you. Put your name on it, put it in our vault. This is extraordinary. To give you an idea, again, if you're new to numismatics, how extraordinary this is, I opened the presentation talking about the first double eagles ever struck. This is in 1849, the single most valuable coin in all of U.S. numismatics. It's valued in the tens of millions, maybe the hundreds of millions of dollars. First struck in 1849. They only struck two examples, folks. They only struck two examples. You take a look at this coin, the obverse, and this is most educational. My guess is this particular piece was the very first example struck. It was ejected from the die press, fell into the bin with the obverse facing up. The second example that was struck, the rim of that coin hit right below Liberty's cheek there at 8 o'clock in the field. Those are called reading marks. Again, they're really heavy coins. They're 25 to 30% heavier than Morgan dollars. Gold is a very soft metal, and those are typical bag marks you see on gold double eagles. Even though they only struck two examples, they didn't have to rattle around in bags or anything. They only struck two examples with reading marks that deep in the surface of the coin. At best, it's an MS63. And here, by really, truly, a miraculous circumstances. We've got this amazing small group. Got a lot of people calling in. The 1899p Liberty Double Eagle, extremely rare. It's truly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity at these kinds of prices. When we have gold at, it's just been skyrocketing in value. But again, these are not bullion coins. The best part is the premium that we have on these coins is so small when you consider the rarity. There's so much upside potential in these extraordinary 1899p Liberty Double Eagles. MS-62s, again, half down today for an MS-62. The Smithsonian specimen is an MS-62. You're getting a Smithsonian quality, half down today of only $1,497.50, and we will reserve one of these coins for you with your name on it. Put it in our vault, pay the balance in 30 days. Call in now. This is a very, very limited time offer, folks, to get this rare date in this condition. Really, as the host of Rick's U.S. Coin Show, this is what I really love to do. This is what really makes my day, to be able to offer you an incredible double eagle that I know is truly exceptional for the date. At these kind of prices,
Most of the graded coins that we sell on Rick's U.S. Coin Show are graded by the leading coin grading services in the country, PCGS and NGC. This guarantees you that the coin you get from us is the grade that we promise. Coins are graded using the Sheldon scale from 1 to 70. A heavily circulated coin might rate a 4 for good or a 12 for fine. The better quality the coin, the higher the grade. An AU, about uncirculated coin, would rate between 50 and 60. The 1899p Liberty Head Double Eagles that Rick is offering today are graded Mint State 62. That's the grade of a brilliant uncirculated coin. The Smithsonian Institution, which is known for having the finest gold collection in the whole world, has an 1899p Liberty Head Double Eagle in MS-62 condition. That's the same grade that we have today. The Liberty Head Double Eagle, designed by James B. Longacre, was minted from 1849 to 1907 and is the first United States coin of the $20 denomination. Out of all 1899p Liberty Head Gold Double Eagles released by the U.S. Mint, the population of Mint State 62 examples is about 1%. Now that's what Rick calls condition rarity. Condition rarity is achieved when only a very small percentage of a coin's total mintage survives in high quality. And even less of these coins still exist, since a large majority of these coins were confiscated and melted down in 1933 as a result of President Roosevelt's Executive Order 6102. 41 years later, this act was repealed by a bill signed by President Gerald Ford in 1974, and private ownership of gold coins in the U.S. was once again legal. These 1899p Liberty Head examples are some of the few double eagles that miraculously managed to escape Executive Order 6102. This evasion was done by shipping bags of these gold coins to Europe to be held over the years. If it had not been for the European bank hoard, these coins would not exist today. And now today, you can add this European bank hoard 1899p Liberty Head Gold Double Eagle in Mint State 62 condition to your numismatic collection for the low price of just $2,995. And don't forget, you can use our convenient two-payment plan. Simply put half down now of $1,497.50 and then pay the balance in 30 days. It's just that easy. The Liberty Head Double Eagle is a magnificent coin to add to an existing collection or to start a beautiful new collection that you will adore for years. And you can order with complete numismatic confidence, as Rare Collectibles TV offers you a complete full 30-day money-back guarantee. No questions asked. These coins are in limited supply, and this is a limited time offer. Call the number on your screen right now and order the stunning 1899p Liberty Head Double Eagle in Mint State 62 condition for only 2 low payments of $1,497.50. Call now.
The examples I have today, folks, are from the 19th century, and I have them in MS62. We have a limited quantity of these. I've got, I think, 15 on display right now. MS62 is an exceptional grade. Again, the example in the Smithsonian is MS62. So the 62s you see here are Smithsonian quality. This is a rare date. You look at this coin, folks. This is an incredible quality for an 1899 Liberty Double Eagle. I mean, only the lightest abrasions on the surface of this coin. And the reverse is, I mean, really fully gem. It's spectacular. This is a key date, folks. It is so exciting. These coins that you're looking at, they really should not exist. Let me repeat that. These 1899 Ps in MS62 really should not exist. Our miraculous circumstances. We've got this amazing small group. Got a lot of people calling in. The 1899P Liberty Double Eagle, extremely rare. It's truly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity at these kinds of prices. When we have gold at, it's just been skyrocketing in value. But again, these are not bullion coins. The best part is the premium that we have on these coins is so small when you consider the rarity. There's so much upside potential in these extraordinary 1899P Liberty Double Eagles. This is what really makes my day, to be able to offer you an incredible double eagle that I know is truly exceptional for the date. At these kind of prices, this is what I love to do, folks. I hope you can take advantage of it.
The preceding was a paid presentation brought to you by Rare Collectibles TV.
From day one, I have lived by a real simple mission statement. It's a mission statement that I share with every employee who comes to work at Rare Collectibles TV. It's what we are all about. It's what our DNA is. It's real simple. It's that our service is providing the perfect coin for you. It's telling you, letting you know that we understand that coin collecting is a very personal experience and that we share your goal as fellow numismatic archaeologists to make the collecting experience as pleasurable and fun as possible for you. Thank you for these few minutes. Jack, what you doing?
Oh, I'm just cutting out the middleman.
That's what we do, folks.
Cutting out the middleman and passing the savings on to you at Rick's U.S. Coin Show. The following is a paid presentation furnished by Rare Collectibles TV, LLC.
Due to the commitment of countless American leaders and visionaries, the United States has developed into the glorious beacon of freedom, hope, and prosperity that our country represents today. Two of the most inspiring and influential historic figures in American history are our founding father, Benjamin Franklin, and the 35th President of the United States of America, John Fitzgerald Kennedy. Benjamin Franklin's passionate dedication to our budding nation and his unresting diligence to his work were instrumental in America becoming an independent nation. As one of the most influential Americans of the time period, Franklin was invited to be a member of the Committee of Five, whose responsibility it was to draft the Declaration of Independence. As the United States Minister of France, Franklin dutifully negotiated the Treaty of Paris in 1783. This treaty ultimately ended the American Revolutionary War. Franklin's prominent status in the United States led to his attending the Constitutional Convention, where he worked with other founding fathers to draft the document which our country is founded upon, the Constitution. In many ways, Benjamin Franklin provided the blueprint for our country to be built on, which is why he was chosen to be depicted on the silver half-dollar from 1948 to 1963. The Franklin half-dollar, designed by John R. Sinek, was mandated by Congress for a 25-year issuance. Unfortunately, in 1964, due to the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy, the Franklin half-dollar was replaced by the Kennedy half-dollar after only 16 years of being minted. John Fitzgerald Kennedy served as the 35th President of the United States from January 1961 until 1963. JFK brought America hope, strength, and a vision for a brighter future. It is John F. Kennedy's famous words,
"Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country,"
that invigorated generations of Americans to give their full commitment to our magnificent country. On November 22, 1963, President Kennedy was tragically assassinated on that infamous day in Dallas, Texas. On December 10th, newly appointed President Lyndon B. Johnson endorsed the country's outcry for the Kennedy half-dollar as a memorial to our assassinated 35th president. Rather than replacing George Washington on the quarter, Jacqueline Kennedy preferred that her husband be depicted on the silver half-dollar. As a result, the portrait of Benjamin Franklin on the silver half-dollar was replaced with a portrait of John F. Kennedy in 1964. Just a month after JFK's death, Congress passed legislation which approved striking of the new 90% silver half-dollar coin. Minting of the Kennedy half-dollar began in January of 1964 at the Philadelphia Mint. To honor these two influential American visionaries, NGC has established the exclusive End of an Era set, which contains one final year of issue 1963 Franklin Silver half-dollar and one first year of issue 1964 Kennedy Silver half-dollar. Here to tell you more about the prestigious End of an Era set is numismatic author and coin expert, Rick Tomaska.
Rick is a coin collector with an extraordinary passion for numismatics. Rick Tomaska has written 6 books on rare coins. His first book helped to establish the Cameo and Deep Cameo standards used by PCGS today, as well as the Ultra Cameo standard currently used by NGC. After the success of his first book, dealers began calling him the Cameo King. His second book was the catalyst for establishing the full bell line standard for Mint State Franklin half-dollars. He was also awarded a Numismatic Literary Guild Award for his fourth book on Franklin and Kennedy half-dollars, citing extraordinary merit. Many of Rick's clients own some of the finest proof and Mint State coin collections in the United States. Rick Tomaska is also one of the best coin buyers in the country. This translates into huge savings for his clients.
Here to tell you more about the prestigious End of an Era set is numismatic author and coin expert, Rick Tomaska.
Folks, I've got a 2-coin set that if you were to own only 2 proof coins, and you were to ask me, Rick, if you were to pick a couple proof coins based on your 30-plus years of experience, what 2 coins would you recommend for me as a collector? Today, you get my answer. The 2-coin set I have for you today ranks among the finest, most significant proof half-dollars a collector can own from 2 of the most important years in proof half-dollar production in the 20th century. And as important, while I have these 2 examples, I have them at a price that I didn't think was possible anymore, but for some hard work, some very hard work, and a little bit of luck. And I'm passing that good fortune on to you today. Now, from a historical standpoint, this set belongs in the Smithsonian. In fact, NGC has gone to the trouble of designing a unique, special, custom holder for this set. Using the same materials, the same medical-grade, highest quality plastics, and airtight construction that NGC uses to house the Smithsonian United States coin collection. And NGC has appropriately titled the set I have for you today, The End of an Era. This set featuring the 1963 Franklin Half Dollar, the last year of the Franklin Half Dollar series, in the extraordinary grade of Proof 67, and the 1964 Kennedy Half Dollar, the first year of that series, also in the outstanding grade of Proof 67. Look at these pieces, folks. They are absolutely stunning and flawless to the eye. These are proof coins. Now, for you folks who may not have seen any of my shows or presentations on proof coins and are not familiar with what a proof coin is, well, basically, there's two kinds of coins struck by the U.S. Mint. There are commercial strikes and there are proof strikes. Proof strikes are meant to represent the state of the art. Now, in 1964, the first year of the Kennedy Half Dollar series, President Kennedy had just been assassinated. Tragic assassination in November of 1963. And so when the Kennedy Half Dollar came out in 1964, there was tremendous, tremendous demand for the new Kennedy Half Dollar. As everyone, collectors and citizens, were putting these coins away as keepsakes. And the Mint, as a result, had to produce a record number of half dollars in 1964 for commercial use. In 1963, the Mint struck almost 100,000 Franklin Half Dollars, the last year of the Franklin Half Dollar series. Now, the Franklin Half Dollar series was first struck in 1948. It was supposed to continue on for 25 years. That's traditional in coinage. Now, with the tragic assassination of President Kennedy in November of '63, with the consent of the president's wife, Jackie Kennedy, Congress passed special legislation in December of that year to have his portrait on the half dollar for 1964. And so the Franklin Half Dollar series was prematurely ended. And in 1964, January, they began striking Mint State Kennedy half dollars. 1964, they projected to strike 90 million plus half dollars. But the demand was such that they raised that to 150 million because all the coins were disappearing from circulation. People were putting them away as mementos, as keepsakes. They raised the production again to 250 million. They eventually had to strike over 400 million half dollars in 1964 just to meet the demand. That's a record, folks, that will never again be equaled. That will be an all-time record for a half dollar, over 400 million struck. So there you have these 2 years in the half dollar series. 1963, the last year of the Franklin Half Dollar series. And 1964, the first year of the Kennedy Half Dollar series. Both issues struck in 90% silver. These are proof coins, folks. Now, I mentioned the Mint State mintage of the Kennedy in 1964 was over 400 million. Proof mintages, though, are quite a different matter. Because in 1963, they only issued about 3 million proof sets. And in 1964, they issued just under 4 million proof sets. Proof coins are meant to represent the state of the art. A proof coin is a coin that is struck from a highly polished die so that it has a mirror-like finish on that die. And then they slowly hand feed the blanks into the die, then strike them at least twice under higher pressure to bring out every possible detail of the design. And then most importantly, once struck, they're individually handled. They're not dumped into bins. Commercial strikes, the coins struck for commerce, are not struck off of highly polished dies. The blanks are quickly fed into the die, and when they're struck once under lower pressure, they're ejected into a bin where one coin falls on top of another. So in that entire process, you immediately have a less than perfect coin. Just the act of one coin impacting another as it falls into the bin. Because from there, commercial strikes go into through coin counting machines. They get dumped into mint bags to be sent to banks. And so I remember when I saw my first 1964 Kennedy, Went to the theater, to the movies. I had a $1 bill. I was supposed to get 50 cents change, and I got the first 1964 Kennedy half dollar I'd ever seen. And it had, even though it was brand new, it had bag marks all over it. So a proof coin is meant to be flawless, the state of the art, the finest possible quality the mint's able to produce given the technology of the day. Now, the lowest possible quality when it comes to grading these coins at NGC or PCGS, they use a 70-point grading scale. 1 is the lowest possible quality, a coin that's heavily worn, very poor quality. 70 represents perfection. Okay, an absolute perfect coin under high magnification. To this date, NGC has never graded a 1964 Kennedy or a 1963 Franklin and proved 70s. 69 is the highest grade they've given these early dates struck at the Philadelphia Mint. The Philadelphia Mint, folks, is again one of the reasons that this set is so special. This end of the era set in proof 67 is such an extraordinary buying opportunity. 1963 was the last year of the Franklin proof. And the Franklin half dollar series was also the last half dollar series struck entirely in 90% silver. And 1964 was the first year of the Kennedy half dollar series, but also the only year the Kennedy half dollar series was struck in 90% silver at the old Philadelphia Mint. That's an historic one-year type coin because in 1965, they didn't strike any proof coins, and they reduced the silver content in the half dollar in 1965 to only 40%. So 1964 was the only year these coins were struck at the old Philadelphia Mint using these old die preparation techniques on a 90% silver planchet. It's a unique, one-year only coin spectacular. What's most important is the quality being offered. These coins are proof 67. That's extraordinary quality for proof coins from this early era. These coins were struck at the old Philadelphia Mint. They were struck in an era when modern grading standards of today, the 70-point grading standards, was not in effect. There was no 70-point grading system back then when these coins were struck. You know, that kind of quality control was not an issue. Nowadays, when these proof coins are being struck at the San Francisco Mint, quality is a big deal. Here's a 1977 proof set. This is an original set from the government, the kind of quality you can expect nowadays. This set, folks, is over 40 years old, and you see amazing proof coins. With the modern technology used today at the San Francisco Mint, modern advanced technology, you get perfection, essentially. Now, folks, in those last years of proof production at the Philadelphia Mint, they had some serious quality control problems. And I write about this in all my books, from 1958 to 1964. One of the most serious problems they had was an issue we refer to as milk spotting of the United States proof coins. Everyone had spots of one kind or another. And now the spots, again, are always random, folks, because each coin blank is random as far as the soap residue. You know, it differs from coin to coin. I'll give you a most recent example. Here's a box, again, I refer to 1958 to 1964, that window when they had this issue. I bought this group of these sealed 1958 sets. There were almost 100 sets in this group. They were original mint sealed. This is how proof sets came in this era at the Philadelphia Mint. From mid-1955 through 1964, the end of the Philadelphia Mint era, they were issued in with these brown envelopes, manila envelopes we call flat packs. And you could see Treasury Department, United States Mint, Philadelphia, PA, and here 1958 PC. And it's never been opened. So I bought these sealed sets, and I opened 10 or 15 of them, and every half dollar had spots. We're going to open one right here live for you to give you an example. This is how much confidence I have that the next one will also be spotted, because this is what happened during this era. They were striking these proof coins 2 or 3 million a year, and quality control suffered. One of the procedures in making a proof coin was to wash it in a soap bath to get it as clean as possible. They were supposed to wash all that soap solution off the coin blank before it went into the die. However, such was usually not the case. Whoever was handling the washing of the blanks during that era did not do a very good job of ensuring that the blanks were free of soap residue. And that soap residue that was left on the blank, when that blank went into the die came down with about 200 tons of pressure. That residue was struck into the coin blank. And this is how they came from the Philadelphia Mint. There you see your proof set. You see that little label there. It says U.S. Mint, Philadelphia. Now that $50 looks pretty nice in there, but you're looking at it through this opaque-ish cellophane. Let's cut the coin out of the cellophane and see what it looks like once it gets out of the cellophane envelope. Let's see what appears here. This piece here, spotting is a lot more obvious, a very, very obvious spot right in front of his nose there, folks. And a couple on the top of his head. On the reverse is actually quite nice, but with that obverse, it's probably a proof 64. Now, the Kennedy had the same problem in 1964. Look at this 1964 proof Kennedy. The obverse is superb, pretty much. You do see some spotting in the back of his head there. Unfortunately, it's not, again, it's maybe a proof 65 at best. Then you flip it around, and it is a disaster. I mean, it's one of the worst I've seen. And that's your problem. So getting nice proof Franklins, finding them, this took us years to put these together, these spot-free, essentially flawless pieces. Folks, and then we have to go through the grading process. If you find one of these, for NGC to certify one of these, knowing the kind of top-of-the-line holders that they use with medical-grade plastics, the process of grading them by the finest graders in the world, encapsulating them in their state-of-the-art holders, the lowest service fee is $20 per coin. They have a $10 handling fee, and they ship the coin back to you registered mail. There's no other service they use other than registered mail. The minimum fee is $24. Just for that process is $54. You have to buy the coin and ship the coin to them. Your cost is at the very lowest going to be $90, possibly as high as $150 per coin. And grading 67, the odds are slim. Folks, the Franklin and Kennedy half-dollar series are the most popular half-dollar series in all of United States coinage. There have been record prices of late. Not too long ago, the first Franklin ever sold for 6 figures, something I've been predicting for decades. There would become a time when a Franklin half-dollar would sell for 6 figures in an auction. And here was a 1958 P. It wasn't a unique piece. I mean, there are others out there in 6.7 plus FBL. It sold for $100. The hammer price is $110,000. With the auction house commission, the buyer had to pay $129,250 for the coin. First ever that sold for 6 figures in auction, and there will be others. And just recently, a 1964 Kennedy wasn't finest known. It was a specimen 67, sold for $108,000 in auction. The first 6-figure Kennedy. Here's a 1963 Franklin in proof 66, not a 6.7. This is a dealer with 100% positive feedback, 100% happy customers on eBay, coins that he's asking $239 for. In 1963, a proof 67, top-rated seller, okay? A top-rated seller on eBay, over 4,000 happy customers, $349 for 1963. Then we have one, a proof 67, similar to what we have in the set, $216, a top-rated seller for a proof 67, $216. Proof 68, $600 for one grade higher. Then finally, we got one last comp. It's Proof 69, over $1,500. Take a look at these sets I have for you. While I have them, folks, here we've got the end of an era, the 1963 Franklin and 1964 Kennedy. 90% silver planchets, proof coins, Proof 67. These state-of-the-art holders, the end of an era, folks. It's not $1,000 a set. It's not even $595 a set or $495 a set. At $300 a set, that would be $150 a coin. In Proof 67, that would be a market price. This set, though, is based on my cost. We did all the work. We didn't go through any middlemen. We didn't buy them from some other dealer. We did all the work. We spent the time going through the finest 1963 and 1964 proof sets, hand selecting the very finest spot-free specimens so that we could give you these sets at the very lowest possible price. We're passing our work, our savings on to you today. You can own one of these sets, folks. Not $295 or even $195, $179 a set. Think about that, $179 a set. When, again, you saw the grading fees, the submission fees of just one coin is about $60 for just one coin, and it doesn't include shipping, it doesn't include the cost of the coin. You're getting the entire two-coin set in this custom end-of-the-era holder for only $179 a set. This is based on our cost. We put in all the work. We looked through the thousands and thousands of sets to be able to offer you these finest examples, and we pass the savings on to you. We cut out all the middlemen. This is our work so that we're able to offer these sets for only $179. Again, this is the end of an era. This is a Smithsonian state-of-the-art offer, folks. The last year these coins were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the United States proof coins, on 90% silver planchets. The last year of the Franklin series prematurely ended because of the tragic death of President Kennedy in late 1963. The Franklin series was supposed to have been struck for 25 years, beginning in 1948. It was supposed to continue on into the early 70s. But with President Kennedy's tragic death late in 1963, Congress passed some emergency legislation where they introduced the Kennedy half dollar in 1964. 1964 was the only year these coins were struck at the old Philadelphia Mint on 90% silver planchets using that old Philadelphia Mint technology. It's a one-year-only coin in the extraordinary grade of Proof 67. This was truly the end of an era, folks. It's an historic set at a record price. This is something that if you want to put away, this is something that is really a monumental set of the 20th century. This is my recommendation for you today. These most important years in the proof half-dollar production of the 20th century, the end of an era, this most historic era that NGC has recognized, calling it the end of an era in the United States proof production. Only here on Rick's U.S. Coin Show, Rare Collectibles TV. Thank you for watching.
Most of the graded coins that we sell on Rick's U.S. Coin Show are graded by the leading coin grading service in the country, NGC. This guarantees you that the coins you get from us are the grades that we promise. Coins are graded using the Sheldon scale from 1 to 70. A heavily circulated coin might rate a 4 for good or a 12 for fine. The better quality the coin, the higher the grade. An AU about uncirculated coin would rate between 50 and 60. The end of an era set that Rick is offering today comes in Proof 67 quality. That's the quality of superb gem uncirculated coins. Proof coins are made specifically for collectors. They are struck 2 or 3 times to ensure a beautiful full strike. These coins are individually handled and packaged immediately, so they will retain all of their beauty and quality. The exclusive End of an Era set was established by NGC to honor 2 of the most influential American visionaries in United States history, our founding father Benjamin Franklin and the 35th President of the United States of America, John Fitzgerald Kennedy. This illustrious set contains the final year of issue 1963 Franklin half dollar and the first year of issue 1964 Kennedy half dollar, both struck from 90% silver and graded Proof 67. The 1964 Kennedy half dollar is the only coin in the entire Kennedy series to be struck from 90% silver at the Old Philadelphia Mint, making it a one-year type Kennedy unlike any other. Due to primitive technology and packaging issues, many of the proof coins minted during this time are tarnished with unsightly toning and milk spots, making superb gem quality proof Franklin and Kennedy half dollars like these true numismatic rarities. In fact, both the 1963 Franklin half dollar and the 1964 Kennedy half dollar have Proof 67 populations of significantly less than 1% of their entire respective mintages. Now that's what Rick calls condition rarity. Condition rarity is achieved when only a very small percentage of a coin's total mintage survives in high quality. And now today you can add the End of an Era set in Proof 67 condition to your numismatic collection for the affordable price of only $179. These coins are in limited supply and this is a limited time offer. And you can order with complete numismatic confidence, as Rare Collectibles TV offers you a complete, full, 30-day money-back guarantee. No questions asked. This is a great way to add to your existing collection, or to start an impressive coin collection that you'll enjoy for years. Call the number on your screen right now and order the End of an Era set in Proof 67 condition for the low, low price of only $179. Call now.
The preceding was a paid presentation furnished by Rare Collectibles TV, LLC.
Hi, I'm Rick Tamaska, and this is Rare Collectibles TV. Each week, I bring you Rick's U.S. Coin Show, featuring rare, unique, and collectible coins showcasing our country's numismatic history. I've been a coin collector all my life who happens to talk each week on TV about coins. I'm not a salesperson up here on TV selling coins. Rather, I'm a coin guy on TV, hopefully sharing all the information I've learned about coins during the last 35 years. To me, coins are about history, quality, numismatic passion, our heritage. Our goal here on Rare Collectibles TV is to share our knowledge, our years and decades of experience with you, the viewer. And hopefully in the short presentations we give you, you can learn something that has taken us 30, 35 years to learn. And even if you don't buy a single coin, if you've learned something, it's all good.
Oh, I think I got something here. Eureka! That's what I call gold!
The following is a paid presentation furnished by Rare Collectibles TV, LLC.
In a letter dated back to December 27, 1904, to the Secretary of Treasury, President Theodore Roosevelt wrote a short 2-sentence letter, and this was in typical Theodore Roosevelt direct bravado style. My dear Secretary Shaw, I think our coinage is artistically of atrocious hideousness. Would it be possible, without asking permission of Congress, to employ a man like St. Gaudens to give us some beauty? Sincerely yours, Theodore Roosevelt. The passion Roosevelt expressed in this letter comes from 2 deeply held core beliefs. 1, we are a great nation and we should have coins of great classical beauty worthy of the United States of America. And 2, Roosevelt's deeply held belief that America is the land where any man or any woman should have the opportunity to better themselves through hard work and virtuous living. And to that end, great art can be great inspiration. And as such, great art should not just be available to the wealthy and privileged in our country. It should be available to all Americans. What better way to share great art to inspire all Americans than through the classic beauty of a coin, with liberty boldly inscribed as a daily reminder of who we are. With approval from Secretary of the Treasury Shah, now all Roosevelt had to do was to commission the artists with the talent to recreate the classic Greek sculptures Roosevelt envisioned on a United States coin. Augustus St. Gaudens was one of the most well-renowned sculptors of the day. And over the course of the next year, with St. Gaudens convinced that Roosevelt was not just another political bureaucrat, but a man with a vision who truly loved and appreciated great art, St. Gaudens agreed to redesign our coinage. Unfortunately, by 1906, St. Gaudens was already dying from cancer. He was only able to finish 2 coins, the $10 eagle and the largest gold coin issued for commerce, the $20 gold double eagle.
1907 marked the first year that the St. Gaudens Double Eagle was minted in Philadelphia. Here to tell you more about the St. Gaudens Gold Double Eagle is coin expert and numismatic author Rick Tomaska.
Rick is a coin collector with an extraordinary passion for numismatics. Rick Tomaska has written 6 books on rare coins. His first book helped to establish the Cameo and Deep Cameo standards used by PCGS today, as well as the Ultra Cameo standard currently used by NGC. After the success of his first book, dealers began calling him the Cameo King. His second book was the catalyst for establishing the full bell line standard for Mint State Franklin half dollars. He was also awarded a Numismatic Literary Guild Award for his 4th book on Franklin and Kennedy half dollars, citing extraordinary merit. Many of Rick's clients own some of the finest proof and Mint State coin collections in the United States. Rick Tomaska is also one of the best coin buyers in the country. This translates into huge savings for his clients.
Here to tell you more about the first year of issue 1907 St. Gaudens Gold Double Eagle is coin expert and numismatic author Rick Tomaska.
Take a look at this headline, folks, in the world of rare coins. $18.9 million. On the cover of the magazine for the month, they called it a king's ransom, the 1933 Double Eagle. Interestingly, if you look closely, this is the actual coin, you'll see a lot of scuff marks along her right knee. The coin was not a perfect coin by any stretch, folks. That $18.9 million shattered the previous record sale price for this 1933 St. Gaudens, which last sold previously for $7.6 million. The $18.9 million also blew away the auction house expectations. They thought it would sell for $10 million in that range, maybe $15 million, not $18.9 million. The 1933 St. Gaudens Double Eagle. The last year the St. Gaudens Double Eagle was struck. Today I have the bookend. I have the first year this classic was ever struck, the 1907 St. Gaudens Double Eagle. And when this coin was first struck, folks, in 1907, it wasn't as if they started striking them in January of 1907. The Philadelphia Mint had so much difficulty in the proper striking of the St. Gaudens design that they didn't actually begin striking these examples until late in November of 1907, a period for about 6 weeks. By a miracle, as the 1933 that sold for a record price should not exist, the coins I'm about to show you should not exist in the condition we have them in today. This is historic, folks. Take a look. The first ever St. Gaudens double eagles struck for commerce in stunning Mint State 63 condition. The Philadelphia Mint was only able to strike 361,667 examples. That's it. That's a paltry total when you consider, again, they were struck for commerce and they were used in commerce. Look at this coin. These large gold double eagles, folks, the St. Gaudens double eagle. It's a little bit smaller in diameter than a Morgan or Peace dollar, but it's about 25% heavier than a Morgan or Peace dollar. And gold is a very soft metal. Remember, folks, these coins were not made for collecting back then. They were struck for commerce. They were meant to be spent. So the Mint tried to produce the most coins possible without a lot of concern about the quality. The coins were struck on a high-speed press, ejected into a bin. One coin would fall on top of another, collecting dings, gouges, and scuffs along the way. They would go through coin counting machines. They would go through the inspection and adjustment department. And from there, they would be dumped into bags. And the bags would be thrown onto trains. And these bags were heavy, so they didn't gingerly place them on the train. They would literally throw them on. The coins would then be rattling around for weeks on the train, abrading with each other and accumulating all kinds of bag marks, long before they even arrived at the banks across the country. And this is why it is so hard to get high-quality, uncirculated coins, and why it's so exciting when we have these coins in this outstanding quality today. There are so few 1907 St. Gaudens double eagles that have survived in the condition you see these coins in. Uncirculated Mint State 63. Folks, the wow factor of these coins is off the charts. But at the same time, they are available today at the most collector-friendly price that never in my wildest numismatic fantasies did I ever believe would be possible. Now, before I go any further, Mint State 63, if you're new to numismatics, that sounds great, but what does it mean? Well, coins are graded on the 70-point Sheldon grading standard. The higher the number, the better the quality of the coin. The lowest possible number is 1. This is a coin that is heavily worn, where any of the details are barely visible. The highest possible number is 70, which represents perfection under high magnification. There are literally, folks, no United States coins of the billions and billions struck minted before 1960 that have ever graded in 70. From Lincoln cents through gold double eagles, they don't exist. This coin in Mint State 63 means this coin was never in circulation. An uncirculated coin begins at Mint State 60. So anything between Mint State 60 and Mint State 70 is an uncirculated coin. I have a couple examples here. These coins may never have been in circulation. They may have technically been uncirculated, but they're not gradable because the marks are so severe. Look at the deep cut in the field at around 8, 9 o'clock there on this 1911. If you sent this for grading, even though it may be uncirculated, the grading service would probably send it back as being damaged. Here's another example in 1924. These were heavy coins, folks. Look at the deep cut in the rim at around 8 o'clock. It's a damaged coin, and there's a deep gouge right on Liberty's midriff. It's ungradable. They're very heavy coins, heavier than a Morgan dollar, a very soft metal. You take a look at one of these, close up. It's remarkable quality, folks. It's remarkable. And the best part of all is the price. You take a look at this 1907. How few marks. How could it survive in this condition? It's a miracle. how few could survive. And the fact is, few did survive, folks. It's so exquisite. Struck in 1907, somewhere between late November and December of 1907. Of course, the author of this masterpiece, a sculptor by the name of Augustus St. Gaudens, needed his own inspiration to craft this masterwork. It's only appropriate that this most beautiful gold double eagle should have as its inspiration what is considered the most beautiful, most valued work of art in the Louvre in France, the Winged Victory of Samothraki, otherwise known as the Nike of Samothraki. When you enter the Louvre through the front door, there's a long staircase, and at the top of the staircase is the Nike, standing about 17 feet high, including the base. The statue shows a mastery of form and movement which has impressed critics and artists since its discovery, which happened to be in 1863. It is considered one of the Louvre's greatest treasures, this inspired vision of liberty, of victory. And then you see it, St. Gaudens' version, recreated on his double eagle, first struck in 1907. Like the Nike, folks, it's a miracle, the 1933 St. Gaudens and these first year of issue, incredibly rare 1907 St. Gaudens exist today. These 1907 first year of issue St. Gaudens double eagles you are looking at are all certified by the leading grading services in the country, PCGS and NGC, in superb uncirculated mint state 63 condition, which means they were among the finer examples from an original mint bag. They never saw the bottom of a cash drawer. They spent their lives in a mint bag. But the only reason these examples today survived in the condition you see them in is ironically due to the Great Depression. The Great Depression began in late 1929. It was economic devastation for countries around the world. Our country hadn't experienced anything like it since the Civil War. The stock market crashed. Unemployment was around 25%. It was catastrophic. There were an estimated 4,000 bank failures in 1933 alone. Millions of Americans had their life savings wiped out. Overnight, a family that felt secure suddenly found themselves destitute because there was no FDIC insurance back then. Your money wasn't guaranteed. Could you imagine having your life savings, 20 years, 30 years of your life savings in the bank for safekeeping? That was your nest egg, folks. And imagine going to the bank the next day and the banks shuttered closed. They failed. You were wiped out, affecting hundreds of thousands of families, millions of families. So, a lot of citizens who had their life savings in banks that had not yet failed were understandably terrified that their bank would be next. And so they began pulling their money out of their bank and taking that paper money, which for all they knew could be next to worthless in 6 months or a year, and they began buying United States gold coins. After all, gold, throughout human history, across cultures, has always had a special value. So you had all these citizens pulling their money out of banks, buying these gold coins, which created additional stress on our banking system. They had to put a stop on this run on the banks because that was just threatening more banks, more bank failures. And so on April 5th, 1933, then President Franklin Roosevelt passed Executive Order 6102, which made owning over $100 worth of gold or gold bullion or gold certificates illegal. And back then, gold was about $20 an ounce. So the maximum number of gold double eagles you could own were 5. And everyone would have to turn their gold coins into the Treasury for paper money on or before May 1st, 1933. And if you were caught with over $100 worth of gold, folks, it was enforced. You could face a $10,000 fine or 10 years imprisonment or both. And folks, they enforced it. And so all those people that had accumulated all those gold coins had to turn them in to the Treasury in exchange for paper money. Now, what did the Treasury do with all these gold coins? Over the span of that decade, the mint melted down 39% of the entire mintage of all gold double eagles. That was over 50 million coins. Now, this is where the great European bank hoard comes in. Well, people were caught between a rock and a hard place. They could keep their money in the bank and risk that bank failing and being wiped out like so many millions of other Americans. Or if they owned gold, they could risk 10 years imprisonment or a $10,000 fine or both. Well, there was a third option. It turns out not every citizen turned all their gold in. For individuals of means and some institutions who basically said to themselves, well, the government might tell us it is illegal to own over $100 worth of gold in this country. The executive order didn't say we can't own gold in another country. And so, before the executive order took effect, there were some individuals and institutions who bought United States gold coins by the bag, and they began shipping bags of gold coins to banks in Europe. And those bags of United States gold coins have been sitting in those vaults undisturbed since the early 1930s until now. Take a look at this chart, folks. Most of the uncirculated St. Gaudens double eagles you'll find, while there are over 50 different dates and mint marks, most of the surviving examples were the 1924 P, the 1908 Pinot Motto, or the 1927 P. You can see just those 3 dates, over 500,000 coins certified in all grades. And in Mint State 63, about 200,000 coins, those 3 dates. But after those 3 dates, the rarity quickly drops. The 1928 P, in Mint State 63, only about 18,000 coins certified by PCGS. 1923 P, you're down to 12,000 coins. But look at the 1907 P, 5,096 examples certified by PCGS. 5,096 coins. If I were to pick one coin out of the 20th century that I would most highly recommend, that if you're a collector or non-collector, it would be this 1907 St. Gaudens double eagle in this mint state condition, even in MS-60, but to get it in MS-63. But the best part of all is the timing. This is a Halley's Comet moment. There was a recent article that came out. Is it time for a new perspective on generic gold? Here's the most important sentence, though, in this article. To quote, "There has not been a time in recent memory when pre-1933 gold coins were obtainable for so little over spot." Now, by spot, what they mean is the price of gold per ounce. And right now, gold is around $1,700, $1,800, $1,850 an ounce, $1,800 an ounce. And here we have, though, a really rare 1907 St. Gaudens double eagle. Here's one comp for 1907 MS-63, a little over $5,400. This is a dealer with 100% positive feedback. That's where the market is for St. Gaudens double eagle 1907. That's a great, great price. The premium is so small when you consider that gold's around $1,800 an ounce. But folks, my price is not based on what the market will bear. It's based on our cost. That's the key to our success. When we get a great deal, we pass our good fortune on to you. Needless to say, I have a limited number of these St. Gaudens 1907s in Mint State 63. We have fewer than 100 examples. This is a unique, historic Halley's Comet event, folks. I have these coins available today. Call in now. Call in now. $4,900 would be a great price. $4,500, something you could drive across town to pick one of those up at $4,500. But it wouldn't be based on our cost. They're available while we have them. While we have them. So don't call in a few days or a week from now. We have a limited quantity. $3,995 a coin for a 1907 St. Gaudens Double Eagle in Mint State 63 condition. Folks, it's available on our two-payment option. If you can't swing to $39.95 today, put half down of $1,997.50, and we will hold a 1907 No Motto St. Gaudens Double Eagle for you. And pay the balance in 30 days. We'll hold one of these for you in our safe, in our vault, with your name on it. The 1907 struck for only a few weeks at the end of the year in 1907. Only 361,000 originally struck. PCGS has only certified around 5,100 examples. Look at this coin. How it's managed to survive so near perfection, folks. This large, heavy gold double eagle. It's a miracle. And in fact, it truly is a miracle. That's why there are so few certified in this condition. It's such a rarity to have a gold double eagle, this early vintage, 1907, first year of issue, so near mark free. The St. Gaudens Double Eagle is a $20 gold coin. Again, the largest gold coin ever struck for commerce by the U.S. Mint. Named after its designer, the sculptor Augustus St. Gaudens, who designed the obverse and reverse. Again, it's considered by many to be the most beautiful of all U.S. coins. In my opinion, it's the most beautiful gold coin ever struck in the history of the world. It is a classic. It's a historical masterpiece. This coin is truly a national treasure. I hope you're able to get at least one. This first year of issue, 1907 St. Gaudens Double Eagle. Thank you for watching.
Most of the graded coins that we sell on Rick's U.S. Coin Show are graded by the leading coin grading services in the country, PCGS and NGC. This guarantees you that the coin you get from us is the grade that we promise. Coins are graded using the Sheldon scale from 1 to 70. A heavily circulated coin might rate a 4 for good or a 12 for fine. The better quality the coin, the higher the grade. An AU, about uncirculated coin, would rate between 50 and 60. The 1907 St. Gaudens Gold Double Eagles that we are offering today come in Mint State 63 condition. That's the quality of a select brilliant uncirculated coin. Mint State coins are coins that were produced for commerce. These coins were distributed from banks around the country and circulated for years, making them difficult to come across in uncirculated grades. Struck over a century ago, finding one of these St. Gaudens Double Eagles in any condition is a challenge, but finding a 1907 St. Gaudens Gold Double Eagle in Mint State 63 condition is simply difficult to do. Out of the 26 years that the St. Gaudens Double Eagle was minted, 1907 is one of the only 2 years that the coins were struck with the originally intended No Motto design. This means the words "In God We Trust" were not included on the reverse design of this coin. This numismatic fact makes the first year of issue 1907 No Motto St. Gaudens a unique and rare coin. And as the first year of issue for the iconic St. Gaudens Gold Double Eagle series, the 1907 example has a mintage of only 361,667 coins. That's what Rick calls absolute rarity. And listen to this. Of the limited amount of 1907 St. Gaudens Gold Double Eagles struck by the U.S. Mint, only about 2% of them have been certified in Mint State 63 condition, making them condition rarities. Condition rarity is achieved when only a very small percentage of a coin's total mintage survives in high quality. And even less of these coins still exist, due to the fact that a large majority of these coins were confiscated and melted down in 1933 as a result of President Roosevelt's Executive Order 6102. 41 years later, this act was repealed by a bill signed by President Gerald Ford in 1974. And private ownership of gold coins in the U.S. was once again legal. These 1907 St. Gaudens examples are some of the few double eagles that miraculously managed to escape Executive Order 6102. This was done by shipping bags of these gold coins to Europe to be held over the years. If it had not been for the European bank hoard, these coins would not exist today. And now today, you can add this first year of issue 1907 St. Gaudens Gold Double Eagle in Mint State 63 condition to your collection for the low price of only $3,995. These coins are in limited supply, and this is a limited time offer. And don't forget, you can use our convenient two-payment plan. Simply put half down now of $1,997.50 and then pay the balance in 30 days. It's just that easy. And you can order with complete numismatic confidence, as Rare Collectibles TV offers you a complete, full 30-day money-back guarantee, no questions asked. Call the number on your screen right now to take advantage of this special numismatic offer and bring the 1907 St. Gaudens Gold Double Eagle in Mint State 63 condition to your collection for 2 low payments of only $1,997.50. Call now.
The proceeding was a paid presentation furnished by Rare Collectibles TV, LLC.
There is nothing I enjoy more than helping our clients build the coin collections of their dreams.
Are you looking to assemble a complete collection of coins but are having difficulty finding the rare ones you're missing? Do you need guidance in locating and acquiring high-grade, high-quality examples of certain hard-to-find coins? That's why Rick's U.S. Coin Show has introduced the Private Advisory Coin Team. Rick and Jack deal with many high-end coins for private collections that are not shown on our regular TV show. And now you can have access to these coins too.
With the collective wisdom of our team and the breadth of our relationships at Rick's U.S. Coin Show, we have access to the most prestigious private collections, coin shows, and dealer inventories across the country, all to help you build a numismatic coin collection of your dreams.
The Private Advisory Coin Team is for those collectors who seek those ultra super rare and hard to find coins that you only read about in numismatic books.
If you're interested in learning more about some of the rarest and most valuable coins known, call the number on your screen and tell our customer service representative you would like to be connected with a member of the Private Advisory Coin Team.
And be sure to keep watching Rick, Jack, and James on Rick's U.S. Coin Show. The following is a paid presentation furnished by Rare Collectibles TV, LLC.
The biggest numismatic event of the year just occurred. The 2021 Morgan and Peace Silver Dollars are finally available, and you are first in line to acquire your very own set right now. The silver dollar is the ultimate collector's coin, and the 2 most popular silver dollar designs are the Morgan Silver Dollar, struck from 1878 to 1921, and the Peace Silver Dollar, struck from 1921 to 1935. To celebrate the 100-year anniversary of the final year of issue Morgan Dollar and the first year of issue Peace Dollar, the U.S. Mint honored these beloved designs by striking a limited amount of these coins in 2021. These coins include 5 2021 Morgan dollars, 1 struck in Philadelphia, 1 struck in San Francisco, 1 struck in Denver, 1 displaying a Carson City Privy Mark and 1 displaying a New Orleans Privy Mark, as well as a 2021 high relief peace dollar. Each of the 2021 Morgan dollars in this set has a mintage of only 175,000 coins, while the 2021 high relief peace dollar has a mintage of just 200,000 coins. That's what we call absolute rarity. A coin is considered to have absolute rarity when its mintage is so low that finding the coin in any condition is a tremendous accomplishment. And with millions of collectors looking for these coins, the limited supply cannot catch up to the demand, making examples more difficult to acquire by the day. Here to tell you more about the 2021 Morgan and Peace dollars is coin expert and numismatic author Rick Tomaska.
Rick is a coin collector with an extraordinary passion for numismatics. Rick Tomaska has written 6 books on rare coins. His first book helped to establish the Cameo and Deep Cameo standards used by PCGS today, as well as the Ultra Cameo standard currently used by NGC. After the success of his first book, dealers began calling him the Cameo King. His second book was the catalyst for establishing the full bell line standard for Mint State Franklin half dollars. He was also awarded a Numismatic Literary Guild Award for his 4th book on Franklin and Kennedy half dollars, citing extraordinary merit. Many of Rick's clients own some of the finest proof and mint state coin collections in the United States. Rick Tomaska is also one of the best coin buyers in the country. This translates into huge savings for his clients.
Here to tell you more about the 2021 Morgan and Peace dollars is coin expert and numismatic author Rick Tomaska.
I never, in my wildest numismatic fantasies, imagined the United States Mint would think so out of the box and strike a coin that, when I first heard about it, I thought, nah, they're not going to mint those coins. It's just a tease. But they did it. They actually did it. Reinstating, resuming the minting of a silver dollar, a legal tender silver dollar they had last struck 100 years prior, in 1921. Folks, I think that this is the greatest set of coins, these silver dollars that I have for you today, that the United States Mint has struck in my lifetime. Take a look at this set. You've got 5 Morgan dollars, 5 mints. You have the 2021 with no mint mark, which means they were struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Philadelphia Mint did not use a mint mark in those early days. You had the San Francisco Mint striking these Morgan dollars, 2021. And then you had the Denver Mint. Now, there were 2 other mints that struck Morgan dollars, the Carson City Mint and the New Orleans Mint. But those mints closed down over 100 years ago. So what the United States Mint did, they struck these coins at the Philadelphia Mint with the Carson City Privy Mark, and they did the same with the New Orleans Mint mark, striking these New Orleans minted Morgan dollars. So you have all 5 mints that the Morgan dollars were struck at. And then there is the 6th coin. You have the 2021 Peace Dollar High Relief. You've got this entire 6-coin set in the finest possible condition. Flawless, highest grade, Mint State 70. There is no higher grade. That is the highest possible grade. It represents perfection under high magnification. No Morgan or Peace dollar struck previously has ever survived this superb. But most importantly of all, the United States Mint has restricted the mintage of these coins And that's historic. Now, I've specialized in the finest Morgan dollars for almost 40 years. Here's a picture of one of those Morgan dollars, an 1890. Finest known. Only 2 Morgan dollars have ever been certified in this high a condition. Proof 69 Star Ultra Cameo. Why my love for Morgan and peace dollars? Why do I think they are such a great coin to own and collect? And that's what I would ask my clients in my ads. I would ask them, do you want the best? Because those are the kind of Morgan and peace dollars I love collecting the most. Those were the kind of coins that were most in demand with the greatest long-term potential. Because you see, folks, this is your typical Morgan dollar and peace dollar, heavily worn. They were used in commerce. One can always find lower grade Morgan and peace dollars being offered everywhere. They're always available, literally by the millions. But to find that occasional diamond in the rough, that gorgeous top quality specimen, ranked among the finest known, and most importantly, could well be irreplaceable in the years ahead. All those millions of Morgan and peace dollar collectors who want the best, those are the coins I sought out for my clients. For you, my viewers, and possible future clients, it has never been about talking the talk. It's about walking the walk. Building a collection that is the stuff of dreams for you. This 2021 Morgan and peace dollar collection, by resuming the minting of the beloved Morgan and peace silver dollars the United States Mint last struck 100 years ago. The United States Mint has done the collector of today the greatest service. That connection to our past, when silver dollars were being struck at the Carson City Mint, the New Orleans Mint, that haven't minted coins in over 100 years. Now, why 2021? Why did the Mint choose to reestablish this classical series in the year 2021? Well, 1921 was a most historic year in the minting of United States silver dollars. For it was in 1921 that the United States Mint concluded the minting of the Morgan dollar. That's the last year Morgan dollars were struck. Morgan dollars were first struck in 1878. And then on December 28th of that year, the United States Mint began striking the new silver dollar, referred to as the peace dollar, designed by an artist by the name of Anthony De Francisci. The peace dollar commemorate what was called the War to End All Wars, World War I. The 1921, the first year of issue of the peace dollar, high relief. Because of the problems striking this coin, the Mint did not begin minting these until December 28th of 1921, in the original high relief, folks. They only struck it for a few days. It's called the high relief because the portrait has a more three-dimensional appearance. It's raised from the fields far more than the typical coin. And what was happening is that because the portrait was so raised, the Mint had to use a tremendous amount of die pressure to strike the coins. And because they were using a tremendous amount of die pressure, they were breaking all the dies. And so for 1922, they had shipped all these high relief dies all out to the various mints. But they told the mints to discard those dies. They were not going to use the high relief dies for 1922. And they redesigned the peace dollar with a lower relief, more of a two-dimensional appearance for 1922 and later. Now, what I brought with me, folks, was one of the finest surviving 1921s, graded an MS-66. The highest grade NGC has ever given this date is MS-67. This is one of the finest known. One of the original 1921 high relief peace dollars. And what we're going to do is zoom in and take a close look at this coin so you could see the difficulty that the Mint had that I'm referring to. Because of that high relief, when you look at those hair curls at the back of Liberty's head, they're flattened because those hair curls represented the deepest part of that die. And even though they were using higher die pressure, they couldn't get all that planchet into the deepest part of that die. And so you had that flatness on Liberty's hair on this 1921 high relief. Now with today's technology and the improvements of steel, they could use more die pressure. And here you have this 100% silver dollar high relief, folks. And you zoom in on this and you could see every little detail as the Mint originally intended that they couldn't strike up 100 years earlier. The finest high relief peace dollars ever struck. It's an amazing, stunning coin. This collection, this continuation of the silver dollar series, struck on the centennial of that historic year. The Mint made the historic decision to resume the minting of these Morgan and Peace silver dollars. And today, for a limited time, I have the complete 6-coin set of these 2021 silver dollars in the finest known condition possible. Flawless, mint state 70. You take a look at every one of these coins, folks. They are absolutely flawless. To get a grade of 70, what the graders at NGC do is take one of these coins and study it under magnification. And if they do not see any flaws under normal magnification, they pull the coin aside and study it under even higher magnification. If at that point they see the tiniest flaw, the coin gets a grade of MS69. But if under that higher magnification, the coin still appears flawless, it receives that coveted ultimate MS70 grade. Now, folks, I urge you to call in now. This is going to be a very limited time offer, because here's where the United States Mint really did us collectors a huge favor. First of all, they began striking these magnificent Morgan and Peace dollars, resumed the minting of these coins after a 100-year hiatus. But they're not striking as many as the collecting public demands. They're not going to strike 40 or 50 million of these. They have restricted the mintage. The first Morgan dollar here struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Here's a chart of all the Morgan dollars struck at the Philadelphia Mint, folks, through the history of the series. That 1921 at the top is the highest mintage Morgan dollar ever struck, 44 million struck. And not down at the bottom, the lowest mintage Philadelphia issue is the 1894, only 110,000 struck. Right above that, the 2021 in this set, only 175,000 coins, folks. Not 17,500,000 or 1.75 million, 175,000 coins. Today, when collecting is more popular and bigger than ever. The next mint, the San Francisco Mint. All the San Francisco issued Morgan dollars. Highest mintage, the 1921S, over 21 million coins struck. And there at the very bottom, you've got the 1893S, only 100,000 struck, and right above it, the second rarest, the 2021S in this set. Again, only 175,000 coins. Now, folks, try to find an 1893S, even in heavily worn condition, because of the low mintage. They're very expensive coins. Here's one circulated. It's $14,000, and it's cleaned. It's a damaged coin. It's still $14,000. Here's one in heavily worn condition, $4,000. But if you want a nicer one, here's one that's almost uncirculated. AU58, $250,000. The lowest mintage Morgan dollar, 100,000. And here we've got the 2021S, the second lowest mintage San Francisco minted Morgan dollar. And then the third coin, the Denver Mint 2021D. They only struck the Morgan dollar for 1 year at the Denver Mint because the Denver Mint didn't open up until the early 1900s. And they only struck Morgan dollars for 1 year, 1921. In that 1 year, they struck over 20 million Morgan dollars. 2021D, again, 175,000 coins. And then the next mint, the Carson City. The Carson City Mint, my favorite mint. Folks, the Carson City Mint was a tiny, tiny mint in the city of Carson City. It was this little 2-story building. they struck very, very few Morgan dollars throughout their history. You look at all the Morgan dollar mintages struck at the Carson City Mint. The highest mintage issue was the 1890, where they struck 2.3 million coins. The lowest mintage until now was the 1885 CC. They only struck 228,000 coins in 1885 at the Carson City Mint. But now we have the new record, 2021, with the Carson City Privy Mark, only 175,000 coins. And then the New Orleans Mint. New Orleans Mint last struck coins in the early 1900s, folks. The lowest mintage New Orleans Morgan dollar is the 1893-0. They only struck 300,000 coins. Low-grade examples go for tens of thousands of dollars. Here's one of the finest 1893-0s known. It's over $500,000. And here we've got this 2021-0 with a mintage of only 175,000 coins once again. And now finally, 2021 high relief peace dollar. As I noted earlier in the presentation, the original 1921 high relief peace dollar was only struck for a few days. Beginning in December 28th of 1921, they struck just over 1 million coins. And here we have the mint today. With today's modern technology, they could have easily struck 100 million of these 2021s in high relief. But they've chosen to only strike 200,000 examples. By far the rarest peace dollar struck, and it's the high relief. Our customer response to this 6-coin collection, the silver dollar collection, this exhilarating restoration of these classic silver dollar series, folks, with images of Lady Liberty that haven't been seen on a United States coin minted for commerce since 1947. The demand has been like nothing I've seen in my 15 years of hosting rare coin shows on TV. And we are selling out very, very quickly. First day of issue. Here's a set being offered like we have today. First day of issue in MS-70. $6,000 for the set. $1,000 a coin. Here's another set. MS-70, but not the first day of issue set, folks. And it's $5,500 for that 6-coin set in MS-70. Not the first day of issue. And then you have dealers just offering 1 or 2 examples. Here's a 2-coin set for $19.95. A dealer with 100% positive feedback just for 2 of the coins. Another one, a Carson City and the New Orleans. The 2-coin set, a dealer with 100% positive feedback. $19.95. Here's the 2021 high relief peace dollar just by itself, $1,195. Folks, we would sell out if we offered these sets for $1,000 less. Where other dealers are offering these sets for $6,000, and if we offered them for $49.95, we'd sell out. For $2,000 less, $39.95 a set, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. But it wouldn't be our best price. If you have never seen our show, if you are a first-time viewer, what you need to know about us, what is most important, the key to our success over the years has been the fact that when we price a coin or coins to you, the price is not based on what the market will bear. Our price to you is always based on our cost. And when we get a great deal, as in this case, when we very aggressively acquired the earliest release of these coins, and as a result, acquired them at the lowest possible price, we pass our hard work and subsequent good fortune on to you. These sets are a fair market price at $59.95, and yet we are offering this limited quantity for less than half that price, folks, while we have them. $2,695 for the entire 6-coin set. That's less than $500 a coin. That's less than $450 a coin for first day of issues MS-70, the finest possible quality, the greatest possible pedigree, folks, of these ultra low mintage Morgan dollars and that 1 year only high relief peace dollar. Miles Standish, a preeminent expert on Morgan dollars in our country, wrote a great book. He received the Numismatic Literary Guild's Book of the Year for one of his books on Morgan dollars. You will get a copy of one of Miles' books on Morgan dollars with your collection. This is a must-have book for anyone who is interested in collecting this great, great silver dollar series. You've got this entire 6-coin set in the finest possible condition. Flawless, highest grade, mint state 70. So please call in now. At this kind of price, folks, they're going very quickly. We also have a 2-payment option if you can't swing the entire $26.95 today. Call in now and put half down of $1,347.50. And we will hold one of these sets for you with your name on it and put it in our vault. What I'm most excited about, how the United States Mint knew this would undoubtedly be the most popular coin that they had ever struck by a significant margin. They could easily sell tens of millions of these sets, and they chose to only issue 175,000. 175,000. And we have them for you today. But what you need to understand, because of that ultra low mintage, folks, this is going to be a very, very limited time offer. Once we are out of these first day of issue coins in MS-70, that'll be it. And the demand for these coins, we're talking about Morgan and Peace dollars, the most beloved United States coins among collectors and dealers in the history of the United States coinage. And here we have the finest examples ever struck, the resumption of the Morgan and Peace dollar series, 2021. 100 years after that historic year, 1921, when the last Morgan dollar was struck and the first Peace dollar was struck in 1921, and when it was the only year that Peace dollar was struck in high relief. And here we have coins that are all MS-70, perfection, low mintage, at a great, great price based on our cost, folks. Call in now on this set. Again, put half down today of $1,347.50. We'll put one of these sets aside for you. That's less than $450 a coin. I never, in my wildest numismatic dreams, imagined the United States Mint would think so out of the box and strike these coins that were last struck 100 years ago, folks. These silver dollars. And they're struck in pure silver. They're legal tender Morgan and Peace dollars, last struck in 1921, that we can now own again today. It really is a numismatic dream come true. The fact that they've restricted the mintage to only 175,000 of these sets. The Peace dollar mintage is restricted to 200,000. These are record low mintages, and we have the finest examples for less than $450 a coin. Again, these are going very, very quickly. If you can get a set, get one now. If you can get more than one, I would urge you to get one for each of your kids, each of your grandkids. This is something you really want to pass down for each generation. This is a connection to our past, brought to the present. This fabulous, fabulous, irreplaceable 2021 complete Morgan and Peace dollar collection. Thank you for watching.
The biggest numismatic event of the year just occurred. The 2021 Morgan and Peace silver dollars are finally available, and you are first in line to acquire your very own set right now. The silver dollar is the ultimate collector's coin, and the two most popular silver dollar designs are the Morgan silver dollar, struck from 1878 to 1921, and the Peace silver dollar, struck from 1921 to 1935. To celebrate the 100-year anniversary of the final year of issue Morgan dollar and the first year of issue Peace dollar, the U.S. Mint honored these beloved designs by striking a limited amount of these coins in 2021. Most of the graded coins that we sell on Rick's U.S. Coin Show are graded by the leading coin grading services in the country, PCGS and NGC. This guarantees you that the coin you get from us is the grade that we promise. Coins are graded using the Sheldon scale from 1 to 70. A heavily circulated coin might rate a 4 for good or a 12 for fine. The better quality the coin, the higher the grade. An AU, about uncirculated coin, would rate between 50 and 60. The 6-coin 2021 Morgan & Peace dollar sets that we are offering today come in Mint State 70 condition. That's the highest grade a coin can receive. The sets we are offering today include one example of each of the 5 2021 Morgan dollars. One struck in Philadelphia, one struck in San Francisco, one struck in Denver, one displaying a Carson City Privy Mark and one displaying a New Orleans Privy Mark, as well as a 2021 High Relief Peace Dollar. Each of the 2021 Morgan dollars in this set has a mintage of only 175,000 coins, while the 2021 High Relief Peace Dollar has a mintage of just 200,000 coins. That's what we call absolute rarity. A coin is considered to have absolute rarity when its mintage is so low that finding the coin in any condition is a tremendous accomplishment. And with millions of collectors looking for these coins, the limited supply cannot catch up to the demand, making examples more difficult to acquire by the day. And now today, you can add a complete set of 6 2021 Morgan & Peace dollars to your numismatic collection for the low price of just $2,695. That's less than $450 per coin. And don't forget, you can use our convenient 2-payment plan. Simply put half down now of $1,347.50 and then pay the balance in 30 days. It's just that easy. And you can order with complete numismatic confidence, as Rare Collectibles TV offers you a complete, full 30-day money-back guarantee, no questions asked. These coins are in limited supply, and this is a limited time offer. At a price like this, these coins won't last long. Call now.
The preceding was a paid presentation furnished by Rare Collectibles TV, LLC.